Hi, it's a Lipstick Gal. Thanks so much for watching today. I wanted to share my empties with you. After I put all the empties on my counter in front of me, I realized there's a lot. I should have done one of these a long time ago, but we're gonna go through it quickly. I'm gonna start with hair products today. This is my favorite curl cream. I realized the packaging has changed. I buy 3 at a time. By the time I get through them, I went back to buy more. It's got a new package. It's a bright orange package. I'll see if I can put a picture up for you here. But this is the Can 2 for Natural Hair Moisturizing Curl Activator Cream. Love this stuff. Literally can't stop using it. I've been using it for 3+ years and it's made such a difference in my hair where it keeps definition, but it doesn't end up getting too frizzy. There is a cast to it, so I think it depends on the type of hair that you have. But since I have coarse, wiry hair that is sometimes like certain parts of my hair are really curly and other parts of my hair are kind of like, never gonna do it. This kind of helps to get the curls going and then kind of hold them in place. And this is the product that finally allowed me to start getting up in the morning, lightly misting my hair with water, kind of reactivating it, and go for multiple days at a time so I don't have to wet my hair completely every day. This is definitely a favorite, and I really haven't wanted to try a different product. I've been using that for 3 years straight, and it's exactly what my hair needs after decades of trying to find the right thing to get my hair to be curly and happy. That's it. Doesn't dry my hair out, and it's great for the porosity that I have. All right, another thing that I like that I have repurchased, and this takes a long time to get through. This is the leave-in conditioning cream from Can 2 as well. It has kind of a coconutty smell, they both do, but I really like this. You're getting 12 ounces here. It took me a year to get through this. And I might not be using as much as other people, but every time my hair gets completely wet and I wash it, I put a layer of this in. Now, there will be days when my hair needs just a little bit of more frizz control, so I'll dilute some of this with water and kind of use it over the top of slightly misted hair that hasn't been completely saturated. I only use this when my hair has come out of a complete wash. But both of these are great, and I definitely recommend them for people who have drier curls that tend to be kind of on the coarse side. I'm not sure how these products would work if you have finer curls, but I love them for my kind of coarse texture. All right, something that didn't work for me and I didn't even finish is this. This is the Flawless by Gabrielle Union Repairing Deep Conditioning Mask. All right, I don't think this is a bad product. I think this is a product for somebody with a different hair porosity. I think that this is probably, I don't like the smell of it. It kind of smells like apples and it's very artificial. And the scent kind of triggers a headache. So first reason right there that I don't use this is the scent lingers and it's very strong and it gives me a headache. So I don't care for that. But on top of that, it is a very thick, heavy mask. I'm just gonna put the lid back on so I don't have to keep smelling it. I think this might work better for people with a higher porosity. I have a low porosity hair, which means my hair shaft, like the cuticle is very sealed. It takes a really long time for anything to penetrate. This has protein in it, and the protein plus my low porosity means it makes my hair really dry and brittle, and I don't like that. So I can't use this, it messes up, but I think it would probably be a great product for somebody else with a different porosity and curl structure than mine. And I just realized that products that have protein in them just don't work for my curls. I don't know a lot about what works well for what type of hair other than my own. So I'm not your go-to for curl maintenance or curl products. I kind of fall into what I like and I keep using it. And when I try something out of curiosity and it doesn't work for me, yeah. All right, let me quickly talk you through the body products that I finished up. I finished up a YSL Black Opium. I really love this fragrance. It's so lovely, but she's out. I was thinking about getting another one, but I purchased 2 1-ounce size fragrances recently. I can't wear fragrance every day. On my work days, because I'm really close to people at the dentist, I just feel like it's like they didn't ask for the fragrance. And if I'm in there for 2 hours while we're doing a procedure, I don't want them to be like overwhelmed by my fragrance. So I really only wear fragrance 4 days a week. And at that point, the 2 1-ounce bottles that I recently purchased are going to be enough for a while, plus other things I have in my collection. But this is definitely something I would repurchase in the future. It's a favorite fragrance and it's really quite lovely. This is something that I do wear on work days, even though it's scented, but it's a very light scent. This is the Tropic Glow from Tree Hut. This is kind of like the dupe for the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. It has kind of like that pistachio caramel smell. It's very light. I don't think this is as scented as the one from Sol de Janeiro, but I like it. And I feel like the difference is the Sol de Janeiro one is maybe a 10 out of 10 for cosmetic elegance, and this is like a 9 out of 10. This is a little heavier, and if you apply too much, it can pill up on itself, so you have to get just the right amount. And I feel like with the Sol de Janeiro, I never got to the point where I felt like, oh, I might have put on too much. That's the one thing about this, but this is what, $10, $12 for 8.4 ounces, and the one from Sol de Janeiro is $45. So I don't care. I'll figure out the right amount to put on. I like this. It's moisturizing, especially in the wintertime. I really like this, and I finished a whole one of these. I think I might save all the skincare, because there's a lot of it, for last. Let me talk you through the makeup that I finished. My favorite mascara right now, the one that I'm wearing today, this is the Heimish Smudge Stop Mascara. It's a Korean brand. It's a tubing mascara. It's beautiful. It has kind of like this curve to it. I find that since it doesn't have like those rubbery silicone bristles, it's really nice to comb through my lashes. I get definition, I get volume, but I don't just do like, you know, one coat, 2 coats. I like just keep going through until I build the level of intensity that I want. And then I move to the other eye and do the same thing there. So I might have a different method of application than most people, but I really, really like this. My favorite thing is all tubing mascaras wash off. This one's fantastic with just a little warm water at the end of the day. This is one that I shouldn't have even cracked it open. I know better. This was the mascara. This is the Sumptuous Extreme from Estee Lauder. This came in the holiday 2022 blockbuster. I will link that video for you here. Me and this mascara we've never gotten along. There's nothing wrong with this mascara, because I know for a lot of people this is their favorite holy grail $30 I'll pay full price for it mascara, but this smudges on me, this flakes on me, and it could be, you know, the amount of layering that I do, it starts to dry out, and partway through the day we get some flakage. It could also be that I wear things that are really emollient around my eye for hydration, and the minute my lashes touch any part of that, I start to get raccoon eyes. So it's the difference of how I like to wear my skincare and makeup and how this formula works with it. Now, there's nothing wrong with this. It's got kind of like a Christmas tree shaped wand. It applies nicely, it builds nicely. It's just one that I know for how I apply it, it's not gonna work for me. But these are 2 mascaras that I finished. I'm really close on a couple of others that probably in the next week or 2 are gonna go in my empties bin. I finished up this. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Boost and Set Volumizing Brow Mascara. Okay, I like the product that's in here. I hate the wand. If you look at it, it has a little bend to it. I like how tiny it is, but I would like it so much better if it didn't have that bend to it. And I know the idea is it gets it closer to your brow. I also feel like the gaps between all of, you know, the bristles are just a little bit large. So as I go and lay it down, sometimes I'll get like a little clump or a little like goop in there, and then I'm trying to brush it through and I'm just over applying. I feel like the best way for me to use this is to go through and like wipe off the excess. I do that with most brow mascaras. I want the least amount possible on the brush, but this is nice because it has fibers. If you're looking for a small brush with fibers at the drugstore, this one from L'Oreal is actually not a bad product, just me and the wand. There are other products that I prefer over this. But this is affordable and easily accessible. My absolute favorite brow pencil is this one. This is the M Fine Liner Brow Pencil. I use the shade Deep Taupe. Okay, first of all, the fact that both of the caps still click on and hold and haven't broken, and I've gotten all the way through a pencil, I feel like that's almost like it deserves like an anthem and like a slow clap of applause, because I have so many products, NYX, ABH, Benefit, other brands where like ColourPop, notoriously ColourPop, where the packaging breaks and then the lids won't go on because there's a crack in the lid. This is well designed. Love this. My other thing that's so favorite about, and there's nothing left to show you. Let me see if I can find another one. This is one of those things that it's hard to see. This is not a round pencil. This pencil looks like a little line, like a dash. They describe it as an oval, and yes, maybe I can see that, but this gives me the skinniest, most precise brow hairs out of a pencil that I can get. I also feel like the shade Deep Taupe is perfect for my eyes. I feel like the spoolie is the Goldilocks of spoolies, where it's not too soft and it won't distribute product, and it's not too rough so that as you're brushing it through, the skin underneath gets all red and angry. It brushes it through, it distributes it, it doesn't I don't know. I love this pencil, love this pencil. I have 2 more of these as backups in a drawer because I don't want to be without. So not surprised that I finished an entire one, and I don't know how much of this one I have left. This one might also be like on the verge of being done. These are products that it takes me a while to get through, but the minute I knew I was getting close to bottom, I instantly repurchased. The first one is this. This is the Beauty Pie Super Luminous Under Eye Genius. Like, this little pot is gone. If you're curious, you're getting 4 grams in here, or 0.14 ounces. It's actually a lot more than it looks like. It took me a whole year to get through this, and this is something that I use every day. I use it underneath my eyes, even on no makeup days. I'll use it to sometimes help cover up my hyperpigmentation spot, which I don't have to really do much anymore. But I really feel like this is a great product where it's emollient and it makes my eyes not look too dry. This is what it looks like when it's not empty. My favorite thing about this is the color. The color definitely is not terribly peachy. Maybe some people would think it's peachy. To me, compared to a lot of other peachier products, like the lightest one from Charlotte Tilbury, the Magic Vanish, this definitely has a little bit more of a pink cast to it. And it helps to cancel out the tone of under eye circles that I have. I really like this product. The other thing that's great about it is it's emollient without being greasy. It gives a little bit of hydration, but if I kind of tap it on and I leave it, I don't know, maybe like 30 seconds, and then I finish blending it, like I'll just swipe it on where I want, swipe it around like a few other spots on my face that I feel like need a little bit of color correction. I'll let it sit for a minute, and then I'll either tap it out with my finger or a synthetic brush, and I get great coverage. And I feel like a lot of the other ones, I've used the erase paste or Boing or whatever it's called from Benefit. I used to use that for years. I used a correcting pencil from Smashbox. I used the Magic Vanish from Charlotte Tilbury. I've tried some drugstore options. This is my favorite one. This one is fantastic. And for somebody who has chronically dark, like especially right here in the tear trough and like right up in the inner corner of the eye, I can wear this on no makeup days and it doesn't look like I have peach or orange underneath my eye, which every other one I've tried does. This is just the right tone for me and my fair skin. And if you're curious, I wear the lightest or second lightest shade of every foundation and concealer I've ever tried. But went through a whole one, and it's very rare that I go a day without wearing this. Another product that I'm absolutely in love with, it took me, let's see, just a little over a year to get through. I think I finished this in like September, and I had purchased it in August the year before. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. Another product I have a full size of. This is the shade G11. This is the second lightest shade. Sometimes I wonder if I should get G12. G12 would be the next lightest shade. But what I like about this is, at my age, I'm almost 48. I'll be 48 next month. There is no concealer that really doesn't settle in the creases. They all say they're creaseless. They all say that they're, you know, good for staying where you put them. Yeah, I don't know. The older I get, the more fine lines I get under my eyes, the more I realize that people want to create that product, but I haven't discovered one yet. There are some that are more prone to creasing. This one, in my opinion, is less prone to creasing. I really like this, and I like this also on days when I just need to like under eyes and spot conceal a few other areas, like redness around my nose. I have some discoloration on my chin, and then a couple of dark spots on my face, or if I'm trying to hide a zit, I'll just kind of put this on certain areas, buff out the edges, and I don't need foundation. This is great as an overall product, and I don't put it everywhere like I would like a full coverage foundation, just kind of spot conceal and go. I use this that way so frequently, and not surprised to have gone through it. And the minute I get down to even close to the bottom of this, I'm ordering another. Another Glossier product that I finished is This Balm.com. Okay, I've been talking about Balm.com for a long time, but I've been talking about it a lot recently. My fave right now is the Swiss Miss. I've had this open for 3 weeks and she's half gone. I have 2 by my bedside, 1 in my purse, 1 in the bathroom, 1 in my crochet bucket, and 1 at the desk where I have my computer and I edit. That's a lot. I think there might even be 1 in my car. All right, obviously a love affair, and this is the product that I keep in various places where I know if I need it, I have it. Now, I'm not the only person who uses this. Both of my kids will take a little bit of this if their lips are feeling dry. And I tend to like the ones that are colorless, except for this. And you can't get it anymore because it's sold out, but this is beautiful. But I like this mango one. It looks peachy getting squeezed out, but by the time you put it on, you really can't tell. I like the coconut one. I like the original one, but I like the scents. I have tried every other one, and the mango and the coconut are my habitual repurchases. So just for what it's worth, love this. And the other tubes around the house, some of them are on the verge of getting, you know, but the point is where I can't like fold them over anymore and squeeze out anymore. That's when I call it empty. Some of my other ones are on their last legs, but they still got some life in them. Last 2 lip products. This is one of my favorites. This is the Beauty Pie Wonder Gloss Collagen Lip Oil. I have, how many of these? I have 2 more here. I know I have this shade. This is kind of like a plummy tone called Jammy in my purse. I have another one of these. This is literally my favorite gloss. I love the way that it smooths out the look of the lines in my lips. It does have a slight plumping feel to it. It makes my lips look really juicy. I like how nourishing this is, and I also like that this doesn't kind of like get really heavy and settle in the corners and string and pull. It never gets that weird line on the inside of my lips where my lips touch. It just looks pretty. It looks pretty. I have 3 shades right now. I have another one of these in my purse, and I have Spicy Pink and what's this one called? Sun Haze. I've had this one for a while. I'm surprised. Like, I'm almost done with it. I think I'm down to here. This is definitely one of those that I think the reason I haven't finished it is because I like things. This is more of a nude shade and it's really pretty, but I tend to like things that bring a little more color to the lips. So Spicy Pink, which is just a little bit pinkier or peacher, or this one in Jammy. I don't know if I'll be able to scrape anything out of it. Like, I even took I took the stopper out. I'm like, I want it all. I guess I can get a little bit out. Is still a little bit more raspberry. So I tend to like the kind of more colorful shades, but this is definitely a favorite. This is the 6th tube of this formula I've gone through, and I've only been using it for 2 years. Now, doesn't seem like that's a lot, but do you know how many glosses I have? Do you know how many lip products I have? The fact that this is the 6th tube of this that I have finished and I continually repurchase. For someone like me with a large lip product collection, that's huge. Love, love, love. And Jammy especially is a fave. This has been one that's taken me a while to get through. I've had it for a long time. I don't even know if they still make this. Looks like they don't put it in this package anymore, but this is the Clinique Pop Lip Gloss. And this is the shade Cocoa Pop. There's still a little bit in here, but I feel like, yeah, it's done. This should not really be around anymore. It's a little bit more pigmented. It's actually an okay formula. I've had it for too long and I kept trying to finish it, and there's still product in here, but she's done. I finally told myself to stop opening up the giant ones and go through the minis. I have of Lancome's Biphase Eye Makeup Remover. This is the Bifacil. I love this stuff. This is what I reach for on days that I'm not wearing a tubing mascara or if I'm wearing a waterproof eyeliner. This is amazing. I think of it as unicorn tears. It removes anything really quickly. So I saturate a cotton round, hold it over my eyes for about 3 to 4 seconds, a little gentle massage, and swipe away, and all my makeup's gone. Love that stuff. So I have finished up an entire Clinique Take the Day Off. I really like this cleansing balm. I like the way that it breaks my makeup off. I like the way that it emulsifies, but it doesn't overstrip my skin. I think this is a really lovely product. Here's where I'll tell you that there are other cleansing balms that do just as good a job at a fraction of the price. And the reason that I have been using this habitually is I continue to get kind of like a deal on it where they would package them together as a duo. And instead of being $30 for one, you'd pay like maybe $48 for two, which to me was great. That's $24 a piece. And then on top of that, I would get them when they were on sale, like 15 to 30% off. And so I wasn't really paying the single price for one of these. This was the last one that I had, so I don't have any more of this. Do I recommend it? Yes. Are there other great ones out there that are less expensive? Oh yes, yes. But this has been good. I finished it up and I would buy it again if I got it like in a duo pack on sale. Absolutely. Kind of had divided thoughts on this. This is Craig's Makeup Rewind. It's a transforming jelly oil cleanser. I thought this did a really great job of taking all of my makeup off with the exception of longwear mascara and waterproof eyeliner. And maybe I wasn't taking the time to massage like my lashes and the lash line enough. This was great because it left my skin feeling so almost like I had put a moisturizer on. This has grapeseed oil, sunflower seed oil, and vitamin E, and it's upcycled. So they're using the seeds from grapes that have been used for wine and would normally be discarded. Like, I love everything about this. And I think that if you are less of a full power all day wear makeup person, this is going to be great. If you wear a tubing mascara, it's going to come off with water anyway. This will get the rest of your eye makeup off. But on the days that I'm wearing like Lancome's Monsieur Big or Lancome's Idole mascara or something that's a little bit more like we're here for a while, this used to struggle with it. This has been gone for a while, but I love this on days when I'm just washing off like skincare and sunscreen. On the days that I'm wearing just a little bit of lipstick, blush, and eyebrows, this is great for days like that. I like this on my more makeup minimalist days, but I felt it struggled to get all of my makeup off. So I recently did a video with Agency, and I will link it for you here, but I really like their products. They really work for me. Their Future Formula is an anti-aging formula. Their Dark Spot formula is one that helps to get like my dark hyperpigmentation spot here. It's hardly visible with makeup. That's what I love about this. I can easily cover it up, and on the days that I'm wearing just skincare, I don't feel like there's this glaring spot right here. This has been really good for me. I will make sure to put it in the description box, the links to my Agency videos, as well as a link for you here. But I've gone through 2 of the Future Formula and 2 of the Dark Spot formula. I love this stuff. I used to use the Misha Time Revolution First Treatment Essence. It comes in a clear bottle, and that's one that they continue to reformulate every now and again, and I love it and it's fantastic. But I started using this one with Artemisia in it because, first of all, it's very hydrating, but it's really good at reducing redness in the skin and really packing in a layer of hydration. This is probably my 6th or 7th bottle of this that I've gone through. Before I was using the other one and I switched to this. I usually decant this into a spray bottle, step out of the shower or finish washing my face after I take my makeup off at the end of the day, give like 3 or 4 sprays on my face. And that first layer of hydration just makes sure that my skin is not dry or tight, and I can just continue to easily layer other things on. Will just soak right in. Love this stuff. So this is a brand that I used to use all the time. I love Pyunkang and their Essence Toner is really nice. It's really lightweight. It's great if you do the 7 skin method. I just got to the point where I was getting my hydration, from other places, and this kind of sat for a while. I finally finished it up. Is it good? Yes. Would I recommend it? Yes. But I feel like this is great for the person who has a more minimal skincare routine and is not constantly trying something different. This is one of those that, if I was just going to keep repurchasing one thing over and over, it'd be this, because it has a really small ingredient deck in it. There's not a lot of things in there that will irritate your skin. There's no scent. There's like maybe 12 ingredients. It's super hydrating. It's really nice, but I'm always excited to try something else. And it's really also not terribly expensive. If you're looking for this here in the States, you can get it at ololly.com. That's where I got this. It's a great product, but it's not one that I have run out to repurchase, and it kind of took me a while to get through it because you're getting a lot. How much are you getting here? 6.8 fluid ounces. It's a lot. That's a lot. It really took me a while to get through this, but it's a great product. I have a couple of masks from Beauty Pie that I finished. One of them here is the Oxygen Instant Facial Refueling Mask. I cut it open to get the last of it out. I've just recently started doing that. This is a great hydrating mask. But the one thing that I was worried about, the directions on the back say not to get it on your eyebrows or your eyelashes. And I was like, wait, what does it do? And since I've been using eyebrow serum on my eyebrows, I have kind of steered away from repurchasing this. I've gone through 2 tubes of it. It's great. It makes my skin feel amazing, but I'm just like, I've been working so hard to regrow these eyebrows. I don't want to lose any of them potentially to a mask that's going to be like, it's hydrating, bye-bye eyebrows. And I also finished this. This is the Japan Fusion Bioceramide Moisture Mask. Love this. I have another one of these that's open already, but I definitely, if you like moisture that you can leave on all night and sleep in, I did it with both of these, but I was way too concerned about my eyebrows with this one. But this one is fantastic. If you need a quick 10-minute, instant kind of like perk up and give me a little bit of moisture, both of these are great, but I still prefer the one from the Japan Fusion line. So when it comes to SPF, I finally finished the glow screen. This is another one of those that I cut open to get everything out of. This is a tinted sunscreen. I feel like it's a little dark for my skin, but I love the glow that it gives. And I usually wear this on days when I'm putting makeup over it. So you really can't see how dark it is. Because I'm always surprised when I put it on, I'm like, whoo, and I'm putting it here and it's kind of stretching down, but like where I stop, like, I don't want to get it on my clothes. I'm always surprised the difference between the color I am here and the color I am below. So if you're really fair, this may be a little dark for you, but it gives a beautiful glow. It has SPF 40, which is nice. I struggled with this one from La Roche-Posay. This is their Anthelios Light Fluid Sunscreen. And this is SPF 60. This one, I felt like it didn't work well underneath my makeup. And maybe I had too many layers of skincare, and then you top it with this, and then you put makeup on top. I had a lot of pilling with this. It's not even finished. And some people really swear by the La Roche-Posay line. This one just didn't work for me. The way I wear skincare and makeup, this did not pair well with anything I had going. So, I would not repurchase this. Remember, I told you I have been working on regrowing my eyebrows. I feel like I have a little bit more hair going on, especially in my really sparse brow, and it's because of this. This is the Ordinary Multi-Peptide Lash and Brow Serum. I've been using a brow serum pretty much for the last 12, maybe 14 months. And there were a couple of months in the middle where I ran out and I forgot to repurchase. But once I picked this up, I didn't want to run out of this. One thing I like about this, different than the other ones I have tried, the brush is a lot of the other brushes are a little thinner and longer, and it's more like I'm trying to, it would be great if I was laying down eyeliner, but this is great because it's a little bit bushier, especially for my eyebrows. I think the other ones are more designed as lash serums. I use this exclusively in my brows and I really like it. So much so that before this one was empty, I got another one because I didn't want to be without. This took me a long time to finish up. This is from Beauty Pod. This is their Pure Ceramide Elastic Eye Boost Moisture Serum. This is just not for me. For me, it was mostly the texture. It's a clear gel. As you click it up, it's distributed through these little metal spheres here. You roll it on underneath the eye, and then you can finish tapping it in. It was a little sticky. Did it moisturize? Yes. And I don't know whether the ceramides and everything else that was in there was really good for me because the texture was just so, it's so sticky. I just couldn't bring myself to use it. I've had this for probably a year and a half and I finally forced myself to finish it. Didn't love it, won't repurchase it, but for me it's textural. It's not that it didn't work well. So if that doesn't bother you. I did find that on days when I put this down and then I put a cream over it, that sticky texture kind of went away. But it's kind of silly, but it's a me thing. There's nothing wrong with this. I just didn't get along with the texture. I have fallen in love with this Glossier After Balm. Oh my goodness. First of all, I love like the really heavy glass jar that's green, the little pink lid, but this is such a great occlusive last layer. If you are looking for a kind of, my skin's having a real rough day, it's really dry, it's a little flaky, I need a little bit of moisture, I need to make sure it doesn't leave my skin, top it off with this. I have another one open that I have been using. There's nothing left in here, there's nothing left to show you, but it's a really nice, heavy, it's very heavy duty. If you have oily skin, you probably wouldn't like this, but the older I get, I feel like my skin gets just a little bit dry, and this is fantastic as a night cream. I rarely use this during the day. I did last winter when things were really cold and we had temperatures like in the teens. That was the high for the day. I was using this as a really thin layer of it as a moisturizer because my skin was just like dying. This is really great. I already have another jar open. Really love this, and it's really quite affordable. Oh, almost done. So this little mini, I was cleaning out my makeup closet and I realized I had a whole bunch of these little teeny tiny Peter Thomas Roth masks. And so I finished this one up. This is the pumpkin enzyme mask. I really like this. I don't know that I'd rush out to repurchase it, but if I got another like mini like this, I would definitely use it. It's not bad. It does get a little bit, I use it in the shower, so I exfoliate with it and then I leave it on for like 5 to 7 minutes, and my skin gets really warm and I can feel it. It's kind of tingly. So if you have sensitive skin, I may not recommend that, but it's really good at exfoliation, and it does have a physical exfoliant in there. All right, and I finished up 2 sprays. This is my favorite, so much so that I already have another. But this is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. This is fantastic. It's really great, and I didn't want to go into winter without one of these, because this is one of those when it's dry outside and my skin is dying, I can just spray it on. It has the finest mist of any other spray that I have, and it's fantastic. And this one here from Morphe also has a really fine spray on it, but she's out. This is the Luminous setting spray. This was a nice spray. I've kind of decided I'm just not going to buy any more Morphe products. I was trying to finish this up, and I still have, there's nothing left in this. This is the continuous setting spray. This is one of those I've been trying to finish up, and I feel like they're good sprays. I don't have good feelings about Morphe. I don't know. I've heard a lot of, you know, bad about them over the years, and they don't make the sort of products I like to wear. These were the 2 things that I actually enjoyed from the Morphe line. If you're a Morphe fan, fantastic. I'm never excited by the products they put out, and sometimes I feel the quality from what I have tried has been kind of subpar. And it's not where I'm interested in spending my money, but I had been purchasing these fairly regularly. I've gone through about 3 bottles of this. This one I guess now is basically empty too, so I'll chuck it in here, but you probably won't see these anymore in my collection. Last thing is this. This is a lip scrub from Sarah Happ. This was the brown sugar one. It smells amazing. Oh, and I'll just tell you, I find other ways where I don't have to pay 20-something dollars for a little jar of lip scrub to exfoliate my lips. I'll be in the shower and I will just rub my finger over them. I'll be brushing my teeth at the end of the day, and as my lips have been wet as I've been brushing my teeth for 2 minutes, I'll just take the toothbrush and lightly go over my lips. I feel like I have a really easy way for me to exfoliate my lips when I need to, and I keep them moisturized all the time. I perpetually have something on my lips. Usually it's this in whatever flavor I have at whatever location I'm at. This is great. If you love the ritual of exfoliating your lips, this is great. It's kind of expensive, and I picked it up during an Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I don't know. I wouldn't be mad if another one of these ended up in my collection if somebody gave me one, but I'm not running out to buy another one. Okay, we got through it all. I didn't think I was going to. There was a lot here. I promise not to save this much up for next time. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know, what have you been finishing up? What have you been absolutely loving? And what are things that you tried were like, no, save your money? Let me know in the comment section down below. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you again soon.